Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Conversations with the Homecare Guyz. Of course, I'm Ferris Flenoy, one of your hosts. Of course, my other host, Caleb Flenoy, is out for a couple more days. Keep him in your prayers. He's doing well. He's hydrating, all that good stuff. I think I told you guys on the last episode, he got tested positive for COVID-19, but like I said, he's doing super well. You'll be catching him on a few episodes via Zoom while he's in quarantine, because we do want to go through and make sure we do our quarantine periods. We want to go through and make sure we do everything that the doctor says as well. So you'll be catching him probably next week during our special editions of our quarantine periods as well. So make sure you tune in on that on all Spotify, YouTube, and everything else as well. Guys, today I want to before I come to you, I want to just go through and actually just kind of recant when you take something away, but I want to recall some things that as we close out 2021, 2021 has been an amazing year. It's been an amazing year. We've had so many things that we triumphed. We had so many obstacles that we had to overcome, but we also had so many blessings that we were able to go through and be thankful for as well. As I go through and actually take just a stare back in time over 2021, I think about the moments I was able to go through and spend with my family. I think about the moments I was able to go through and spend with my work family, because we spend majority of time together. I think about the memories that we're able to go through and create for individuals that are in our lives, and those individuals that we may not know as well. But I go back with a thankful heart. I go back reflecting throughout this year with a thankful heart, because I realized that just being here, just being in our sound mind, just being present, having mental health, the mental capacity to go through and make decisions. These are things that I don't take for granted. And these are the things that you have to go back, regardless of where you are right now, regardless of where you're closing the year out. It may not have been everything that we wanted it to be. We may not have achieved all the financial success, or our career paths may not be in the direction where we want them to go right now, but we still have so much to be thankful for as well. So as we close out this year, I want you to just kind of take a moment to reflect back. Think about those things that brought you joy this year. Reflect back on those individuals that may have transitioned over this year, and be thankful for the moments that you actually made with them. Cherish those moments that you actually made with them as well. As I go back and reflect over this year, I kind of and my brother's going to get me on this one, because this is an episode we talked about, and we may do a part 2 on this. But as I reflect back over this year, I think about my mom. I think about the many things that she have taught us, as her children taught me personally. I think about the sacrifices that she made. I think about the successes that she had. I think about the dreams that she has. I think about some of the things that she had to put on hold as well. And when I think about a mother, I think about, oh my gosh, a mother is an endless job that does not end. It's a 24/7 job. So big shout out to all you mothers out here, all you mothers that are going through and making the ultimate sacrifice by going through and making sure your children and your families are taken care of. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. But today I'm going to be talking about my mother, or our mother, in my brother's absence. I'm going to talk about our mother. Her name is Evelina Barbara Flenoy. My mom, she hails from South Carolina. She's a graduate of South Carolina State University, which is an HBCU in Orangeburg, South Carolina. She's a proud alumni of South Carolina State University. She wears her burgundy and her blue proudly as well. She has a love for education. As you know, for many of you, and you may know her, what led her into education was her love for education. She's a retired educator. She taught elementary school for over 30 years, mainly in second grade and kindergarten. I think she taught 5th grade as well. But she is an avid learner. She went on to Cambridge College to go through and actually get her master's. And that's when she just showed a lot of resilience. Throughout early in our childhood, I just kind of looked at my mom as a superhero. Being a single parent, she was the provider for our family. She went through and made sure 6 children, just imagine that, y'all, 6 children, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but 6 children. And we all are stair steps. That means we come right after each other. My brothers, which are the babies, they're twins. They're like let's say, I think they're, oh my gosh, I'm 39. They have to be like 35 or 36. My baby sisters have to be 37. No, they have to be 36. My baby sister's 37. I'm 39. My older sister turns 40, like in the next day or so. My second older sister turned 40. My older sister turns 40 when she's 41. Yeah, it's 6 of us. There's a lot to go through and keep in mind of. But just imagine being a single parent, living off of a medial income, just of course as teachers, because teachers don't get paid a lot. But my mom never forsake the opportunity to go through and show us what excellence looks like. She never said that we could not be the very best that we desired to be. She always kept us in some activities. I remember, oh Lord Jesus, I remember, and I may have talked about this on another episode. I remember my mom putting me in football. I think I played for Joey Allen football league here in Milledgeville. And man, I suck. I literally suck. I mean, I was a little scrawny kid out there. I was afraid to get hit. I'm like, Mama, I really don't want to do this. I'm like, this right here is crazy. I think I was only like 8 years old, and everybody looked big to me. Everybody looked like they had muscles. And of course, they're only 8 years old. Like, this is back in the early 90s. Like, we're not that big, especially not like today. Like, today's kids are huge. But I remember going through and playing football. And even though I did not get off the bench that much, my mom was there at every game. She cheered me on. And when I got out there with fear in my eyes, with sweat coming on my face, she still cheered me on. She made me feel like I was Emmitt Smith. She made me feel like I was just the best football player out there. I'll never forget when I played for Pamlico Pools baseball little team, little league. And same thing. I was a little bit better at baseball. But I'll never forget, she came to every game. She was one of those moms that brought the drinks. Even though I knew the financial strain, she pushed herself to go through and do those things as well. And just the things that she did is just simply amazing to me. Hey everybody, this is Ferris. I want to come to you really quickly to tell you about this new program that's hitting Georgia like a wildfire. This program is called Structured Family Caregiving. This program allows for family caregivers to get paid to care for their loved ones. If you're currently caring for your loved one and you want to go through and ensure that they get the best quality care, give us a call at 478-345-0523 and sign up for the Structured Family Caregiving Program. But she gave attention to each one of her 6 children. It wasn't just me. I was the oldest son, but she gave attention to each one of her 6 children. She made sure that we were in extracurricular activities. She made sure that education was a foundation, and she made sure that we knew God and we had a relationship with God as well. And that was one of the things that she really wanted to impart in us, is a spiritual belief that, hey, with our faith, anything is possible. And I think that is the same thing that really drives us today when it comes to going through and trying to excel at or reach our highest level, is knowing that anything is possible. And she showed us that. She showed us that despite what it looked like, despite what we were growing up in, anything was possible. I'm proud to go through and say that out of all of her 6 children, none of us has never went to jail. None of us are out there going crazy and stuff like that. Not to say that, hey, we don't have our own mishaps or ups and downs, but we reflect on the things that she instilled in with us. We reflect on the faith during those hard times to realize that through God, anything is possible. We can go through and overcome those type of things. We looked at an example of hard work. And y'all, if you all think that we work, and my mom has 6 children, and all 6 of us, majority of us are entrepreneurs, maybe with the exception of one. But when it comes to work, we have a work ethic that's almost unmatched. But we saw that. We saw that she was willing to get up early in the morning to go through and make sure we were taken care of, and those 30 kids that she was teaching in her classroom, make sure they were taken care of. We saw what hard work after school looked like. And that's the reason why we emulate that and we work hard. So side note, if you're a parent, make sure you're going through and actually being the example of what your children will go through and actually become. Because my thing is, if you're lazy, guess what? They're going to be lazy. If you're ungrateful, they're going to be ungrateful. If you're spiritual, guess what? They're going to be spiritual. They may go through their own ups and downs, but they're going to go through and actually always have that foundation with them as well. And that's one thing that we saw. My mom was and still is a hard worker. Even after retirement in the education system, she sat down for maybe a year or so. And then she became a partner with us in Heritage Oaks Adult Daycare. She realized that she wanted to give back to the community at large, because she reflected on the time where our grandmother was going through a time where she needed something like that, and there was nothing around for that. So she realized that, you know what, this is a dream that I have that my mother would have actually loved. And that's when we launched Heritage Oaks Adult Day Health as well. My mother has always been a champion in my eyes. I know a lot of people in the community celebrate her, but I've seen her highs and I've seen the lows when she's there by herself at night and she realized that, you know what, she's a person. And I realized that she's a person and she still has dreams. So she may have put some of her dreams on hold or on pause for a second, but I'm so blessed and so thankful in this season that some of her dreams will be able to come true through her children as well, because I really believe that we are, like, sometimes when it comes to being a blessing, you have to go through and bless the ones that bless you with life. I'm gonna say it again. Sometimes you have to realize that you have to be a blessing to those that bless you with life. I realize that any successes that I have, the family that I have, it would not have happened if my mother was not there. If she was not showing me the example of what a responsible parent looked like, or what a God-fearing parent looked like. Those are things that I go through and cherish as well. The other things that I go through and I look at just her willingness to go through and actually, again, be selfless. So many times in life, I used to go through and wonder, like, man, mama, why don't you just go through and actually, why don't you eat first? Why don't you tell that person no? Why don't you go through and just be selfish for one time? My mom, she was always been a selfless person because her calling, her mission was not just for herself. It was for her 6 children. It was for the community as well. And the more and more that I get older and the more that I grow and mature, I realize that's the mission that God put in her. I realized that God loaned her to us for a period of time, but also she loaned her to the community as well to be the example that others need as well. And I'm thankful for my maturity right now to realize that, hey, my mom is just my mom, but she's a community figure. She's somebody that other people look up to, and I'm grateful for that as well. So as I go through and actually just close out this year, I think about my mom. I think about the things that she sacrificed. I think about the things that she put on hold. And I'm thankful to the point that God is allowing us to see her live her best life now. I wish her nothing but the best in 2022. I wish that every dream that she has come true in 2022. I wish that this leg of the journey is a little lighter than the first leg. I wish that the things that she desires, the places that she desires to travel, the things that she desires to do for herself or for other people, it comes true. And I think that my siblings, my 5 siblings, my brothers, my sisters, I think that we're all on the same page. Well, I know that we're all on the same page in making sure that she lives her best life, not tomorrow, but now as well. So this episode is just a tribute to my mother. She's still living. She's still thriving. She's still going about her day. But this episode is a tribute to my mother, or our mother, who gave me life, who gave me an opportunity to go through and see what success looks like, who gave me an opportunity to go through and see how to triumph, who gave me an opportunity to go through and actually dream big dreams and dream even bigger dreams. This is an episode that I want to go through and dedicate to her as we close out 2022. I want to say thank you, Mom, for being an amazing example of a mother. I want to say thank you for being an amazing example of a provider. And I want to say thank you so much for being an amazing example of a God-fearing woman. Cheers to 2022. And I hope that each one of you have an amazing 2022 as well as we enter into 2022, as we close out 2021. All right, guys, there you have it. This has been another great episode of Conversations with the Homecare Guys. I want to make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify, Anchor, all the platforms. Go through and subscribe. Go through and make sure you like and turn your notification bell on as well. Also, please make sure you go through and comment below, because we want to hear from you. We want to hear some type of episodes that you want to hear about. We want to go through and actually hear from the things that you're going through or the things that you're triumphing as well. So make sure you please comment below as well. And with that being said, make sure you tune in each Tuesday and Thursday, because each week we drop new episodes. We're very very diligent on that process. We want to make sure we drop great content and new episodes every Tuesday and Thursday. So make sure you turn your notifications on. All right, I've been Ferris.